I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. A give to Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Now Brady on the bootleg.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2 and make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They'll start with the option. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And it's 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes firing complete. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. 40, Chiefs 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Right back to him on first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On the run, it's Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The give is to Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Complete.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
7-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Here's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in? Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point.
Now a hit and a loose football.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Bucs.
And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline.
All you got to do is look at it. Look into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll give this to Bell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just...
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. 20.
It's over. Let's dominate.
And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Touchdown.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Fields this way up at the... Now a hit and a loop. loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Bucs.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep. And now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Recovered by the Bucs.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's good.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. This is Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Pinion to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way.
Now a hit and a loose football. Look at him go inside the 30. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He will take this all the way. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Hardman on the return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And some space here.
They're not even trying to do
And he
anything.
returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
It's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, 42 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
Mahomes pass complete. Fumble on the play.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly.
And the pressure gets to him again. Levante David. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And all the way down to the 29. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 51 yards. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 29 yards. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Well, high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
And that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
26 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
One final try for Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. For the victors, getting...